So we're going to start out with these chords. We're going to have C twice, and then we're going to do this C9 chord, C7, 9 kind of thing. So on this one, you could like put these 3 fingers here and a 2 up there if that's easier, or if you can get that finger to mash down all those 3s down there. So we got 2 C's, 2 C9s, and then F major to F minor. Got to get that 3, 1, 1, 1, and then C to A minor, G to G7, C to C9 again, F to F minor again, and then C to G, back to C. 1, 2, 3 strums on that C, and we get into our melody. So let's look at that intro again, nice and slow. We got C to C9, F major to F minor, and then C to A minor, and G to G7, C to C9 again, F to F minor again, C to G, back to C, 1, 2, 3, and then we have this melody. So we got O to 2 on the G string, you can hammer it down to that little 1 note there, that C. So we're gonna go, hold that note a little bit, and we're gonna go. So that's little 3, and then 1 open pull off to the 1 in the 2nd string. Then we're gonna do that same riff again. And then we're gonna have a 2 up here, back to that 1, and then we're gonna hit a 4 over here. Kind of sounds good if you give it a little vibrato. So some of these notes I wrote the little vibratos squiggly on. That'd be like any note you kind of hold for a while, you can give a little vibrato to. So those we don't really hold on to long enough, but those we can give a little vibrato to. Back to this riff. Now the second time, this is part B, is going to end with, so 3 on the 2nd string, 2 on the G, back to 1 on the 2nd string. Now we're going to go back to part A again. So that one that has the 4 and the 3, that's always part A. So we kind of start the same as part A and part B, and then we go into part C here, which is going to be, so 2, 3, 2, 3, kind of out of that D kind of a shape. And then we're going to go real quick, G to G7. So that'd be, and then we're back into part A. And 3, part B, 3, 2, 1. Now we have a new little walk up to go into the new part. So that's 1 to 3 to the little open. So 1 and 3 on the 2nd string, open on the little E. So this takes us into, so that was big 3, F note, and then little 5, and then 4 to 5 slide. And then we're gonna go to like a C shape here. We're gonna start on the G string, open G to the chord, and then 2 up here on the D to the chord. So it's kind of bass chord, different bass chord. So once again, that was from the lead in, bass chord, 3. So that's part D, and we always do part D 3 times. And then that's gonna end with part E. So that's like a D shape. We're gonna go down the strings here from the 1st, 2nd to 3rd, and then open on that one, back to the 2, and then open G, and then we're gonna do a little riff here on the bottom. 3, open, 2, open, 1, open. So. Okay, and then we're back to part A. So let's look at the whole thing. Let's look at the part B leading into part D, which is kind of like a chorus type thing. So we got, and then part B ends with, but then it has that new little ending. And then we got, part D. And then this is part E with the D shape. And then G, down to G7 thing. Now we're gonna have back to part A. Now here, we're going to that part C. Back to A. Part B with the new lead in to the chorus. And then we're back to this 3 times. Part E. And then we're back to the beginning. Now at the end, we're gonna hit this G7, open, open, 3-1, back to C. Okay, so the ending is kind of like part A, and then it's kind of right into the ending, which is your G7, C. Okay, so let's run through everything we got so far. That intro, we got C, C9, F, F minor, C, A minor, G, G7, C, C9, F, F minor, C to G, to back to C, 2, 3. We start our melody, and this is part A. And when we do that 4, we hit that G before we go to the 3. So it's 4, 0, 3, in case I didn't mention that. And then part B coming up. Part B always has that 3, 2, 1, and then we're back to part A. Now we're going into part C. Part A. Part B. With that new pickup, and then we're on to our chorus. Part E, D shape. Back to part A. Now this time, we go to that part C. Part A. Part B with the new thing at the end to the chorus. Part E. Back to part A. And then into the ending. G7, C. All right, Andy Griffith Show, theme song, great old tune called the Fishin' Hole. And this has a full tab with the full arrangement written on the bottom. All right, folks, this is going to be a lesson today on the theme from the TV show Severance. So it's got a real interesting chord progression. Okay, so we have to do one thing first. We have to take our D string and take it down to a C. So that's the note we need to get to from a D. That's going to be what you call that, like a drop C tuning on this instrument. So just that one string has to go down, but we need to take it from a D down to a C. So use your tuner to get that, or listen to this right here, try to get it locked up there. Okay, so our first thing is going to be the C minor chord, 5, 4, and 3, on the bottom 3 strings. So we're going to hit that and go to our bass note, and And then we're going to switch to a D chord shape like this on the 6th fret. Back to the bass, and then 5th fret, same D shape. Bass, and then 4th fret, same D shape. And you could give it a little rake, like kind of like a ba-da-ding. Okay, so let's follow through that whole chord change. It's going to go 4 times of that, and then it's going to go 5 times where you just don't do a bass note in between. So you just do a chord, and then the next chord with no bass notes in between. It's kind of like those chords shift to being string notes now at that point instead of like a piano chord. So we're going to have 4 of these. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Start again. And again. You can give a little vibrato on that if you want. One more time. So cool, eerie sound on that progression. So then we're going to have the same chords, but without any bass notes in between. So let's try that. 3, 4, 2, and. So this is the second time. We're going to do 5 of these. So this is the third one. 4th one. And then this last one, we go back to with the bass note. And these last 2, you like slow down to finish that off there. Okay, so it was 4 of the one with the bass note. And then it was 5 of ones without bass note. Okay, then we go back to 1 more with the bass notes. We kind of slow down on these last 2. And that's the end there, so no bass note at the end. Now we have the little melody. So what we have to do there is we have to wait until like the 4th chord happens and then come in kind of right after that. So you'd be waiting for this part, and that's 7, 6, 8 on the 2nd, back to 6, and back to 8. So dee da do down down. Okay, so we're gonna wait till after the 4th chord, and then we're gonna play. We played through that next chord. And then here goes the last chord. We do it again. Okay, then we start this high melody. Okay, so that's gonna be 10, 8 on the 1st string to 8 on the 2nd string. So we go. We're going to go 10, 8 to the 7 on the 2nd string. And the second time we do that one, we kind of hold that 10 a little bit. So it's. And then we go 10, 8, 6 to the 8 on the 3rd string. And when we do that one again, we kind of hold that 10 like we did the other one. So. Okay, and once we do that, we stop, we let the chords keep going. And after this 4th chord, we do that melody again. Now this one has a little walk up. So it's still that dee-da-doo-dum-dum, but it has a couple notes. So it has a 5 on the G string, 8 on the 2nd string, and 6 up here. So I'll switch to that 1st finger for that so I can play it the same way as I did before. So 5, 8, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 8. So that part would be waiting on the chords. Right after the last chord. So it's right after that last chord. So if you were playing that part on its own, you wouldn't have to play the chords at the same time. But you can kind of see how you could sort of jump from chords in and out to the melodies and stuff too. So. Now here, I've seen a couple different things. I've seen one that said like 5, 8, 8 to get into this. But I was listening to it real close and it kind of sounds like kind of a half diminished kind of a thing, or a diminished sort of a scale there. So I think it's a 8, 6, 9, and then we start that. So let's check out the chords one more time. See that? So it'd be 8, 6, 9, and then we start our melody. And then we do it again. And then the chords go back to having the bass for that last one. And that's what we'll play our last little riff. And we kind of slow down at that end. Da-da-bum. So we just do 1 to that lower note there. So the very last thing is. Okay, so one more time through everything we got. So this would be kind of putting the parts together. Back to chords. Now this time it's going to have that little walk up, the 5 and the 8. And this time we're going to have the go into the high riff with that little 8, 6, 9. Do it again. And then the last time, da-da-bum, with a little slow down there at the end. Okay, Severance theme song. I just think that's a great song. And we saw a couple of people doing it on ukulele, so we thought it might be a fun one to add in. So hope you all dug that. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching Damon's Baritone Uke Joint. Let me know if you have any requests in the comments. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. All right, this is going to be the theme song to the film Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks was involved in this one. Richard Pryor was involved in this one. So this is some funny stuff here. We got a D chord. We got like a galloping country type of a beat. So we're going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up to the G. We do that twice for the intro. So let's try that real slow. 3, 4. Okay, then we get started with the verse. It's like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So that's one pattern. It's like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Then we're gonna switch to the G. B minor, 4, 4, 3, 2. So let's look at all that from the verse. We got 2 Ds, a B minor, and a G. 3, 4. Then we got F sharp minor, 4 with 2s. E minor, 2 with opens. And And then A sus is like 2-2 and 3-3 to the A, which could be the 3 2s on the top. Makes it kind of easier to go from that instead of having to go to that one. I like to use this one a lot. So from the verse, 3, 4. Second D, B minor, G, F sharp minor, E minor, A sus, A. Okay, let's do that all slow. So it's D twice, B minor to G, F sharp minor to E minor, and then A7 sus to A. 2, 3, 4. D, D again, B minor coming up, G, F sharp minor, E minor, A sus, A. Now we're going to start the second half of that. We got 2 Ds again, 3, 4. B minor again to G, F sharp minor. Then we're going to go E minor 7 to A sus. So those are quick. Bum da da bing dee ding, and then D twice. Okay, so it was like the E minor 7 to the A7 sus, split a measure there kind of thing. So we got verse again, 3, 4. B minor to G, F sharp minor to E minor, A7 sus to A, D twice, B minor G, F sharp minor, E minor 7 sus, D twice. Okay, then we're going to go to G. This is going to be a little kind of change. 3, 4. Twice on the G, F sharp minor, twice, G twice again. So let's look at those. So that's 2 Gs, 2 F sharp minors, back to 2 Gs. And then we're actually going to go from C to A major. So 2 Gs to 2 F sharp minors. Here we go. 3, 4. F sharp minor twice, G twice again, and then C once, and A once, and then D twice, B minor G, F sharp minor, then we got that E minor 7 sus to A7 sus, and then we have a new thing, D minor. So let's go over everything we had so far. This is kind of when it turns into like a very different section of the song. So we're going to go over all those first things again. So we've got a D major. We're going to go to the G. That's our intro. So bum da da dum da da dum da da G. We're going to do that twice. So nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to start our verse, 2 Ds, B minor to G, and I'll call them off as we go. 3, 4. B minor, G, F sharp minor to E minor, A7 sus to A, 2 Ds, B minor to G, F sharp minor, and then E minor 7 to A sus to 2 Ds. Okay, so let's take that last half of that real slow. So it's going to be D twice, B minor, G, and then F sharp minor, quick E minor 7 to A7 sus, 2 Ds. So 2 Ds to start, 3, 4. B minor, G, F sharp minor, and then E minor 7 to A sus, D twice. And then we get into that he conquered fear and he conquered hate. We go to that G right there. 3, 4. 2 Gs and then F sharp minor twice. 2 Gs. And then C to A. And then 2 Ds. B minor G. F sharp minor. And then that E minor 7 sus to A7. Now we have the new part, D minor. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's D minor for like a whole one, and then it splits to the C on the second one, and then D minor whole one, and then it splits to the A. Okay, so 3, 4. To the C, to the A. Okay, now we start double D minors here. So 2 D minors, 3, 4. C, twice. B flat is these 3s. To an A. So each of these is 2 sets. And D minor twice again. Then we have E flat, which is 5, 3, 4, 3. Double set of that. Then we got D minor to C. And then we got D minor twice. So let's go from all that D minor section. So D minor for 1, and then D minor and C split 1, and then D minor for a whole 1, and D minor to A major split 1. And we'll call them out from there. So 3, 4. To the C, to the A, and then 2 D minors, C, B flat, A, 2 D minors, and then we got E flat, and then we got D minor to C, 2 D minors. And then we got E flat twice. And then we have F to B flat. Kind of 1 each. And then we have E flat twice again. And then we have A twice. And then D minor twice. A minor twice. B flat twice. A twice. Back to B flat. F twice. And then we have E minor 7 to A. Like once each. And then we're back to a verse. 3, 4. B minor, G. F sharp minor, E minor. A7 sus to A. D's again, B minor G, F sharp minor, E minor 7, A sus, D twice. Now we got that turnaround kind of thing, G, F sharp minor, G, and then C to A, 2 D's, B minor G. Now we're to this ending, we're going to go. Okay, so that was a slow down and hold out these chords, F sharp minor to G, and then C. It's like that torch to light the way, that kind of thing. So torch to light, C to A, and then D, back to that original thing from the intro, to the G, 3 times, and end on D. All right, this is going to be the Pink Panther theme by Henry Mancini. We're going to start out with these little chords here. We're going to have little chromatic thing. So we have the 2 and the 4. You could use whatever fingers you want. Sometimes I just use that pinky. So it's 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6 to 5, 7. So you just have that same little shape and go up 4 frets in a row. So if we looked at the bottom note, it'd be like 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll do that again. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do it a third time, and that's when the melody starts. Ba-dum, ba-dum, da-dum, da-dum, dee-dum, all that, right? So here goes the third one. Now we're going to go backwards, but we're going to start on the 4th fret with the lower note. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're back to 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this time we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're back to 2, 3, 4, 5. And then back to 4, 3, 2, 1. And then one more 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll stop that one abruptly, and then we'll have that little melody going on, and then we can hit one more chord here. And that's kind of that whole cycle of the sort of bass line kind of chord thing. So once again, I'll give you a 3 count for this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna go down. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going up 3. Then we got the 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going down again. And then back up with a stop. And we'll hit that one last chord there. Okay, let's get into the melody then. We got. Okay, so that's our first bit. We got 1 to 2 on the big string, and then 4 to 5. 1 to 2 again, 4 to 5 again. They're quicker that time. 5 to 4 on the G. Then we have a 2 to open G, and then 4 to 3. And there's a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs on this, so those are all notated on the tab. So check out the tab on this one too. So we got. And then we're going to go 2-0 pull off and then 2-0-2. So, okay, so that whole melody again is. And then the next one starts the same. But here we're going to go 5, 4, 5, 4, and the 2 there. So that was big 5, 4 in the G. 5, 4 in the B, and then we have that first melody again. And then our little ending of this is. So that was 5 to 3 on the B, 4, 2 on the G, 5, 2 on the D string there. So, and then we have 4 pull-offs of the 3 to 2 on the G string. And then you could do this like 5 to 2, 0, 2. If you don't want to do that pull-off on that pinky there, you could just find that same note, open G string. Kind of sounds cool when you can pull it though. Okay, so the whole melody on that one again is. And then the first one. Then we got the ending riff. Okay, one more time on that ending thing. You could also go to the open there instead of that big 5 if you don't want those. You could also go. You could play it without having to do any of these 5s and things like that. It could be little one open, 3-0, 2-0, 2. So that's probably the easiest way, but however you want to do it, and then. And like I said, that could have been 0-2, 0-2, 2. Okay, then we have the high melody, which is going to be the same thing in a higher octave. We're going to have G string, 8 to 9. And then 11, 12 on the G string. And then those 2 sets faster. And then we're going to go 13, 12 on the B. And then we're going to go back to the G, 9 to 12. Little hammer on there. And that's 12, 11 on the B. So this whole thing was 13-12, and then 9-12, 12-11, and then we're gonna have that's 10-8 on the B, then 9-7-9. You can kind of pull these and then play that 9 there at the end. So that's the first little riff. Now the second one's gonna play a little different. We're gonna go. We're gonna go 12, 12, 12, 11. So we go straight down the 12s. Strings 3, 2, 1, and then the 11 there. So let's look at that one again. We got. Get that little pull off on that 12, 11, and then we do the first riff again. Now our last riff on this one is going to be 12 and 10, and again there, and then 12, 9. So 12, 10 twice, 12, 9. And then our pull-offs are going to be 11 to 10 4 times on the second string. And then we're going to have 12 to 9, 7, 9, 9. So da 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 da. I'm going to do this 3 times at the end here. Third time. And then there's a really cool chord here at the end. 5, 4, 4, 2. Okay, so let's take a look at everything again. We got. And then this time the melody starts. And then we go down. And then back up again. Now this one up a higher one. Then back to the original one. Back down. And then one more up with a stop. One more chord in there. And let's look at our melodies. We got. Second part. Back to the first part. And then the ending riff. Okay, and then again you could have gone. You might try it both ways, see which one you like, you know. It kind of sounds a little different when you get to do the pull-offs as opposed to an open string thing. Then our high one was. Second part. First part again. And then the high part. Three times of this. Final chord, 5, 4, 4, 2. Kind of a weird augmented type thing there. All right, this is going to be the theme from the film Halloween by John Carpenter. We're going to start out with this riff here, 9th fret of the little E string, 7th fret of the B string. Okay, so it's in 5/4, which means it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and. Okay, so it's 9, 7, 7, 9, 7, 7. So you do that thing twice. And then you go 9, 7, 10, 7. And that's one whole time through. So. Okay, and there's going to be 6 times of that before the bass line comes in to add to it. So let's try that like about 4 times in a row. I'll give you a 3 and 4 and 5 and count because it's in 5, right? So 3 and 4 and 5 and. Okay, and then once we've done 6 times of that, then a bass line is going to come in. Okay, so we're going to, over those first 2 bass notes, the F sharp to the A, and those are counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and hold that one, the next one. Okay, so what happens is we do these first 2 notes, we're still doing the same fret here. Now we're going to go down 1. So we do that one twice, and we come up. Go down again. Now we're going to go down again, so now we're on the 7 and 5. And then down again. And then we go back up 1. And then we're back down 1. Okay, so let's review everything. So we're going to have 9 and 7. We're going to actually do that 8 times in a row. Okay, so we got 3 and 4 and 5 and. Now the bass comes in. We do 2 of them, and then we go down 3 and 4 and 5 and then back up, back down, down again. Down, back up, back down, okay, now we get to a new part. We're coming down here with the 2 and the open. So this is going to be 2 0 0 2 0 0 2 0 3 0. Try that 3 and 4 and 5 and. So we're going to do actually 9 of those. So let's do 5 more sets of that. 3 and 4 and 5 and. One more. And then we're back up top. Okay, so what's happening with the bass when we go down here? Actually, let's backtrack real quick. So these bass notes that start out 4 and 5 and 4 and 5 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do this twice. 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to switch down here to the 2. 3, 4, 5 to the 5 and the 6. And that one holds an extra one like the other one did. 4, 5. 3, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now at this point, we go down to that low one with our melody, and we're going to start here on a B. Actually, let's do the open B to D to E to F sharp, B. We could go to the D down here, D and F sharp, and then the bass line stops and it does one more set of this, and then it pops back up and it does 4 of these without any bass. So 3 and 4 and 5 and. And then the bass starts up again. We do that again. And then we're going to the low one, 2, 5, and 6. Do that one again. And then we're back into the, and that one has the B to the D to E to F sharp. Let me do that twice. And then the bass cuts, and we have one more of these. And then we're back up here, still no bass. 4 of these. So on that 4th one, you're going to end by holding that 10, and that's the end of the whole song. All right, this is going to be a fun one. This is the Hawaii 5-0 theme by The Ventures. So we got this cool melody. So our first thing is 5, 5 on the big one, and then 3 to 3, going down those 2 strings. 5 on the G, 5 on the D, and then. So 5, 5, 3, lower 3, big 5. Then the first part again with a different note at the end. 5 to little 3, and then 6, 6, 3, 3, little 3. That was 6, 6, 3 on the B string, 3 on the G, 3 on the E. So once again, this first part we got. Okay, then we're gonna have this 6 on the bottom. So we have 6, and then 3, and then 6, 4 on the next string, 5 on the next one, so it's. And then we're going big string, 5, 3, 1. We got to jump up to the C up here because we don't have that low of a note. That's the only note that would have kind of fallen off the end of this instrument. So we got. And then we jump to the 8 and 5. So that's 8, 5, 8, 6 on the next one, 7, 5, 8, 6, 8. So it sounds like. Okay, so that's kind of a tricky one. Getting that 8, 6, 8 up there. So that ended with 5, 7, 5, and the 8 on the second string. And then 6, 6, 7, 8, 5. So that was 5, 8, 6, 6, 7, 8, 5. And then that ends with 5, 5, 6. So 5's on the G, 6 on the D. Now we're in a new key. We're going to start on the 6th fret. So it starts just like the other one, but it's up a fret. So 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, and then 6, 6, 4, 4, 6. This one will go up to the little 4. 7, 7, 4, 4, 4. So it's all just like the other one, but it's just up a fret. Now this one's a little different. We're gonna go. So those are all in a row. You got 7, 5, 4 twice, then 6 on the G, 4, and then 6 to 6. Now this one we're gonna jump to the 9. So that's 9 and 7. 10, 8 on the next one. 9, 7, 6. So it's. You got that 7, 6 to big 7. 6 to 8. 6 to 9. 6 to 9 here on G to B strings. And then 7, 7, 8, 9, 6. That ends with a bump on the 7. So let's look at all this one again from that 9, 7, 10, 8. We got. And of course, check out the tab. All this is written out on the tab. Okay, so let's look at everything we have so far. How about we try to play along with this? I'm gonna give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 count, and then we'll start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now we're starting on the 7th fret. So each time it modulates up a half step. And all this is the same. This one's gonna go. So we wait a little bit longer to do the 3-note phrase after this first one. Those are like the and 4 and, the end of the measure. And then we got a 7, 5, 7, 7. So this one's gonna go 10 to 8. So it's 10 to 8, and then 11, 9, 8. 10, 7, 9. 7 to 10. 7, 10 this way. 8, 8, 9, 10, 7. So that one's a little bit tricky. Let's go from those 7s again. We got. Then we got da 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 doo dee doo da. And then we have, so that was 8, 8, 9, 8, 8, 10. Then we have a chord here, 8, 7, 6, 8. And then we have a C chord into a D minor chord. So that was your top 3s into the 7, 7, 6, 5. Hold that. Then we're gonna hit that one again, and then we're heading to our outro. We got. Okay, so that's our ending. We're gonna have 0, 0, 3 on the big one, 4 to 2 on the G, and then 2, 2, 5, 5, 3 down in the B. So it's 3, 3, 6, 5, 3, and then the beginning riff. And then starting on that note, 5, 5, 4, 3, 6 on the second string, and then 6, 3, 4, 8, 6. And we have one of those kind of staccato hits, and then you got a C chord, 10, 9, 8, 8. So it's like up to a D chord, 12, 11, 10, 10. And then we end with a. Okay, so I'm going to do the whole thing. We got. All right, Hawaii 5-0. That was The Ventures. Hope y'all dig it. Check out the tab on this one, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.